The parable of the sawdust glasses. There was a young carpenter who had just begun his trade. He didn't know exactly what the future held, only that he was excited to build, create, and put his heart into his work. On his very first day, the master craftsman gave him one instruction: always wear your safety glasses, never take them off. So he didn't. Years passed, and the carpenter became excellent at what he could see. He focused on shape, the shine, the smooth edges, the perfect measurements. But he never noticed the light layer of sawdust slowly gathering on his glasses, dimming his view little by little. Eventually, his whole world narrowed to only what was right in front of him. He couldn't see the room around him. He couldn't see the mess gathering. He couldn't see what his work had become on the inside. One day, he was told that the owner of the shop was coming to inspect the stations. Panicking, the carpenter rushed to clean the outside of his workspace, the table, the tools, the floor. By the time the owner arrived, everything looked spotless. The owner walked in, admired the craftsmanship, then gently pulled the young carpenter aside. "Your work is so beautiful on the outside," he said softly, "but on the inside, there is always sawdust." The carpenter frowned. "I see no such thing," he protested. "Everyone says my work looks perfect, but very few people buy my pieces, and when they do, they often bring them back." The owner didn't argue. He simply studied the young man, then examined the workstation. Finally, he asked, "Do you trust me?" "Yes," the carpenter replied. "Then give me your glasses." The carpenter hesitated. I can't. I was told never to take them off." The owner smiled kindly. "You can trust me. I'll give them back." With trembling hands, the carpenter removed the glasses. And in the first time in years, the world came into focus. He gasped. There it was, sawdust everywhere, inside the drawers, inside the joints of his creations, settling in the corners of his workspace, and the thickest of all, on the lenses he'd been looking through. I'm sorry," the carpenter whispered. "I didn't realize how dirty the inside was. I only cleaned what others can see, but it's the inside that matters most." The owner placed a hand on his shoulder. "That's why I asked for your glasses. You can't fix what you can't see, but now you know." And the carpenter thanked the owner, not for pointing out the dust, but for helping him finally see what truly mattered. This is the reflection, seeing beyond the sawdust. When the carpenter removed his glasses and finally saw the truth, he realized something we often forget. Sight is one of our 5 senses, but on earth, our sight is limited. We all wear sawdust glasses. We see shapes and faces, appearances, mistakes and behaviors, but God sees something different, something deeper. 1 Samuel 16, verse 7 says it plainly. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. At the heart. That's the problem with earthly sight. We judge by what's visible. We form opinions by what's on the surface. We reflect and react to what we notice first. But Jesus shows us a different way, a way of love that looks past image and straight into the heart. When Jesus met the woman at the well, he did that. When he touched the leper, when no one else would approach him, when he called Matthew the tax collector, he wasn't looking at appearances or reputation or social standings. He was seeing people the way God sees people, through the eyes of love, not judgment. And in Matthew 6:22, Jesus says, "The eye is the lamp of the body." Meaning, if we want to love well, we must see well. But we can't see well unless we let Jesus remove the sawdust from our vision. Like the carpenter, we may think everything looks perfect. We may think our view is right. We may think we understand people. But love requires more than just sight. It requires a heart healed, humbled, and shaped by Jesus. If we are to use our sight in love, we must learn from him. The heart matters more than the image. The unseen matters more than the seen. And love sees truth, not just appearances. So let him lift the glasses. Let him clear your view. Let him teach you to see others the way he sees you. May your life echo Jesus, so the broken and the poor can hear his love.